Hey, this is Raul for Bass Musician Magazine, and we are at the 216 NAMM show, Winter NAMM, and I have the great pleasure and honor of once again being in the presence of one of the great icons of bass, Mr. Jeff Berlin. So grateful for taking some time to talk to me, Jeff. So
Thanks.
We've got to do some catching up since the last time. Tell me what's going on, what you've got happening at this time.
Several projects are in the works. Music has opened up an opportunity for me to record two albums close to my heart. The first is a project playing the music of my late hero, Jack Bruce. I am going about it in a different way, where I went to pledgemusic.com, and instead of recording the music, preparing it for release and then having people buy it, people these days are pledging, believing in a project by buying the music or the CD or the download before it's even been recorded, based on the faith of the artist and the project that's to come. So this project is to be my, tribute to my hero, Jack Bruce. So I gathered 12 songs of his, arranged them, and we'll be using Chad Smith from the Chili Peppers to play drums, because I think he's one of the greatest rock drummers anywhere. I have a couple of really very well-known guitarists who have asked me not to mention their name until the session commences. But Ginger Baker, my great hero, also offered to play a tune or two. There's another singer that I'm not allowed to mention. Look at this. It's a catch-22. If I mention them, people will pledge.
Yes.
But they don't want me to mention them until the project takes place. So
well, there's a little mystery to it, which makes it kind of interesting, right?
I would say so, because ultimately when the product is done, the mystery will be solved. I know what this music is going to sound like. You know, when you prepare a project, musicians can hear the effects before, they know what it'll sound like. So this ought to be a great, remarkable, actually it's a rock album I'll be doing.
Wow. Okay.
But I love rock. I always have. I've just been dedicated to jazz as a musician, seeking a solo career, but now I'm doing more sideman things. I'm playing more rock-esque things. There's a gig, I can't mention it again. Look at this, what an interview. It's like,
I would tell you, but I'd have to kill you.
I'd have to kill you dead right where you're standing.
There
but
you go.
but
Series has 2 times.
the B series, let's go. So there you go. So there is the Jack Bruce project. It's on pledgemusic.com.
Okay.
I would invite people to pledge, just like Robert Trujillo did for the Jocko movie.
Yes.
He did the same thing on Pledge Music. It was funded by people who believed in the outcome of the movie before they saw it and pledged. So that's what I would invite people to do.
Excellent.
Next thing, there's another HBC record slated for May. We're going to record again. That's Scott Henderson, Dennis Chambers, and myself. We did our first one, which seemed to have been received very well, and we toured all over the world for a number of years in that band. We recently got invited to do it with Steve Vai's label, Favored Nations, as it is being revamped and reorganized, and we're one of the acts that they plan to release.
Very cool.
So there is that. And what else is happening?
Will there be tours going along with some of the recording?
Yes, there will be tours. Scott, Dennis, and I will tour. The Jack Bruce project will tour.
Okay.
The idea is to record first, so all focus is on that.
Gotcha. Excellent.
Yes.
Make sure that you're keeping an eye on your calendars to see both the release of these and coming to a town near you. Hopefully coming to a town near us. We'd love to hear that. So
I would love it, man. I mean, when you do a band and you do a project where your heart is in it,
sure,
I think the music just sounds that much better. We all function in sort of a mechanical, well, I have a record to do and I'll do my best.
Sure.
But this project for Jack is actually something that is passionate to me, because I'm a bass player because of him. I became the bass player I did because of him.
Gotcha. Now, I can't help, I'm sure everybody's noticed that you're holding a bass.
I am.
And this isn't the bass, the interesting patchwork bass that you were holding the last time we were talking.
Right.
So, and I'm seeing 5 strings instead of 4, which will make our 4-string truest bark at the moon, because they see 1 string more than they want to see.
Right.
But you've got a 5-string. So tell me a little bit about what you've got going on here.
Well, it's good to clarify something. I am a 4-string bassist. Artistically, I always will be. I find that playing a 4-string constantly I find something new. What this is my recognition that there are people that want to play a 5-string. There's so many bassists that want to play one that it occurred to me and to the Cort builders to make a really efficient and sweet sounding bass. So what I did is innovated nothing. As with my 4-string, innovated nothing. But what we did do was to take the principles of a bass and make them as well constructed for the best feeling under your hands as we could do. And I include myself as part of the we. I asked that it would have a slenderer neck here because bass players generally play here. This part, I agree, they do, but you look at most factual and functional parts of bass, this is where we stay. So the neck is slenderer here. The neck isn't as thick through through the neck. It's not as thick. The frets are a little wider. They got Bartolini's. They got a Babbitt's bridge, you know, which I like a low action, so I would lower it even more, straighten the truss rod, and I feel this might be one of the finest off the machine for a 5-string basses ever. And so it sounds so good. It's so easy to play. Basses, 4 strings often come 45, 65, 85, 105, what is it, 125? I asked that they're 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. They're lighter strings. It's simply a better feeling instrument, and these pickups only can be found on this model. It is a monster, huge truck coming down the highway bass tone. So all in all, for a bass right out of an assembly line, the Rhythmic 5 is a phenomenal instrument.
Gotcha.
And I thought it would be good for 5-string players. I may use it if I go bang, you know, on a record, it'll play a low B or C.
Hit that low B. And with here, not a lot of complicated EQ. Basically, what, volume, balance for the 2 pickups?
Yeah, it's volume, pan, tone between the pickups, and tone. I honestly question the benefit of a lot of switches, considering that once you've dialed your amp and then can adjust a little bit the pickup tone, it's fairly done, I thought. Yeah, that's how I feel. I mean, others, of course, may feel differently and want to do it, but I like keeping things simple and high quality, great sound, great feel. Other than that, it's all up to me then to play the music on it. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. And another topic I know that's near and dear to your heart, education. Yeah. Are you doing, because that's one of the things that I totally recognize you as being a big part of.
Yes.
What are you involved with as far as bass education at this time? What's?
I'm building a website this year.
Okay.
I have a strong opinion about education, but I must add something. And I've been saying it a lot, but I have an opportunity in this interview. I went back to therapy. And I went back to therapy because I wasn't happy with the kind of man that I was and the way that I presented myself on the internet and in interviews. And it goes back many, 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 many years. And recently, I'm 63 now, I kind of had almost a punch, a psychic, spiritual punch that said, this cannot continue. So to make a long story short, with all the work that I've been doing on myself in therapy, which is very painful, when you see yourself for what you are and what you've done, you know, that kind of truth, you know, we survive it, but it can really knock you for a loop. And I've come to the place where I do recognize that people in education have their way. People teach differently. People learn differently. Methods are different. So honestly, people must decide and make a choice. What hasn't changed in me is my firm belief in the method and the manner in which I teach, feeling that it has historical precedence, that all musicians that learn how to learn music have learned it for centuries in the same way. The only thing that changed was the music itself. You know, the harmony of Bach was different than the harmony of Ravel or Debussy or what they studied, or the subsequent 20th century composers. The music changed, but the methods of learning, practicing piano, violin, any instrument, is always seemed to be the same. So for that reason, I haven't changed a whit any of the concepts that I believe about learning. Rather, I embrace other people if they feel that what I say doesn't merit their consideration.
Well,
now, what am I?
And I was trialing a drum pedal, and I was pleased that it has a metronome, and I thought of you when I saw it. I'm like, Jeff might like this. It has a metronome.
No, I wouldn't like it, because I haven't changed my opinion. I know people will do what they got to do, But good time doesn't come from a metronome, in my opinion. That everybody that practices with a metronome, the moment, the instant that you play with a drummer, or you as a drummer playing with that metronome plays with a band, the entire ethic or element of time that was learned with a click goes right out the window instantly, because you're instantly in that moment's reality of time. You can't prepare for that moment's reality of time, because honestly nobody knows what it is until you begin it.
Exactly.
I could count it up 1, 2, 3, 4, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, or something, you know, human will happen. So for that reason, in a nutshell, I haven't changed anything at all. I apologize.
I was baiting you. I'm sorry.
You were baiting me. Come on. Come on. My therapy just totally collapsed on me right now. Come on. It went totally away.
Go. I brought out the dark side. But no, I think it's very valid, and I think it's very important. And I think I'm happy that we can help get this in front of a bunch of the musicians, because I think it's important. And everybody, again, I agree, there's so many different ways, there's so many end games for musicians. Not everybody wants to be doing the same thing, you know, and so for somebody that likes to just want to noodle around with it, they have one goal. Somebody who wants to be a professional working musician, they have to go at it in a different way.
Sure.
And there's so many paths to get to where you end up, and everybody's got their own individual one. But having some guidance from somebody who's traveled those steps and has done the work, has to be very respected, because it gets you where you are in this work. You know? So,
well, I'll add something, because you mentioned an interesting thing, and of course the varieties of approaches are different. I'd like to mention golf for a second.
No, not golf. Okay, go.
Not golf? All right, let's go to...
Please, go ahead with golf.
Okay, golf.
I'm terrible, but let's go.
Well, I'll suggest that you're terrible for precisely what it is I'm about to say, that the Jack Nicklauses and the Tiger Woods of this world, with their natural inability to be great sportsmen in this field, all learned academically how to swing a club. An academic, hold the club like this, do this, and I'm guessing you may not have. I'm guessing that you have not taken the time to academically and mechanically hold the club, put your finger, put your butt, I don't know how you guys do it, I'm kind of, you know, and I don't know if you ever did this or took golf lessons.
I actually have. It's kind of interesting, because they do it with a computer, and they put a harness on you and monitors and measure now all your angles, and mathematically, so academically, I should be a good golfer.
How long did you do that academically?
Oh, I did it for a summer. I did a whole summer of training, and I came to golf late in life.
Right.
As I've kind of come to bass a little late in life too, because I played guitar before, and I'd always wanted to play bass.
Right.
And so it's kind of like, well, now by Jiminy, I'm going to do bass. But what I hear, players like you, when we went to Stu Ham's concert about a week ago, I'm always so in awe. Actually, like, maybe someday I can play like that, you know. But
you could if you studied with me or like-minded guys, because the academic thing in learning how to play golf equals the academic way to learn how to drive, or the academic way how to speak Spanish, or the academic way how to cook a souffle. So the artist element comes out. So it occurred to me that even the amateur golfers the best ones that learn how to play golf, improve or enjoy the game, because they stuck with the academic pursuit of it till it became natural. So that's the philosophy that I have, that although you may swing, I mean, they'll talk about this guy did this and this guy does that. Yeah. That's the artistic development. So I always felt that if you learned academically, eventually the artistic golfer, even the driver that drives differently than another driver, we all drive the same. We all learn English the same, or Spanish, or in school the same. Math the same. It's after the academic element, it occurred to me that people became artistic with it. Gotcha. The artistic element flowed. So anyways, that's all I'm sharing. And you know, but of course people must do what they need, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity that I could share that.
Our pleasure.
Keep doing your academic golfing. Go get another teacher. I would suggest try it without a computer.
Sure.
And take a guy and keep it up. And I'll guarantee you in 3 months, when I see you or talk with you, you're going to say my game is better.
I can hope that my bass playing is better. That's where I want to focus now.
Okay, not on the golf.
Not as much on my golf.
Right.
So do you have any parting shots? Any last things you'd like to tell our readers? Again, lots of interesting things coming up. We'll keep an eye open for your website. Any other
The
things?
website will be academic. I'm going to cut out, I would say, a lot of the lecture element of playing
Gotcha.
and make it more library-esque and possibly just keep it to the place where somebody would extract an exercise and use it.
Exactly.
And then go to the next exercise and use it. And I thought that that might have some benefit, but I haven't even begun to organize the lessons, and it's still in a very kind of, thinking form. Other things, I'm touring. I have a big gig coming up next year. Can't mention it yet. Things are good. I'm in process of seeking happiness. And you're a very handsome man.
Well, thank you. I don't hear that often, so.
Listen, that comment doesn't come with a Hallmark card.
I know. I'm verklempt. What can I say? So anyway, thank you, Jeff, so much for taking time from your busy schedule. You've seen it here, NAMM 2016, Bass Musician Magazine. Keep an eye out for all those mystery players that are coming out in Jeff's upcoming
I'm
work.
going to use beep, and beep is on beep, and beep is beep, 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 beep.
There you go. You heard it here, bassmusicianmagazine.com.
Beep, everybody.